question box or the chat function if you have questions, and we can try to field them during the webinar and or answer them afterwards. So the point of today's webinar is to give you an overview of all of the MNA member benefits that are available to you with your membership and how you access them. We are going to go through this information pretty quickly, so by no means do we expect that you'll retain it all. I hope that you retain enough to know that we offer services in certain areas, and know that when you're working on certain projects and things in the next couple of months, you might think back to this webinar and know that you should reach out to MNA, and we can help get you connected with those specific benefits and services. So we'll go ahead and get started with just some basic membership information. We were incorporated in 1990. We'll be celebrating our 30th anniversary next year, and we have right around 1,000 members, nonprofit members throughout the state. We serve the nonprofit sector through capacity building, civic engagement, and public policy work. All three of those areas you will hear more about today. As I mentioned, my name is Sarah. There's my picture in the middle. I'm one member of our stakeholder engagement team. I'll show you where to find our contact information online so you don't feel like you have to be scribbling all that down. Joined by Mario, you can see his lovely picture there on the right. And Bill Gessaman is also a member of our stakeholder engagement team as our strategic growth officer. So there's just a few MNAers who are happy to help you if you have certain questions. I did mention that we serve the sector through public policy and advocacy. We do advocate at both the state and national level. We tend to focus on topics that are overarching and affect the entire nonprofit sector, things like tax policy, budget and spending, and public and private collaborations. My colleague Joan is our external affairs officer and loves to talk with folks about policy. So if you're ever having a policy-related question or some issue happening within your organization, don't hesitate to reach out to Joan. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and switch over to the MNA website, which is where we will spend the majority of our time today, so that you can see what benefits are available to you and how you access them. So now you should be seeing the MNA homepage. Hopefully it's not new to you. Hopefully you've seen it before. But it's from this homepage that you're able to access all of the member benefits. One thing to know about your MNA membership is that it is an organizational-wide membership, meaning anyone within your organization, key staff, or volunteers can access the resources that are available. You can see here the first thing that I would encourage you to do is go to the member login page. If you recently signed up as a new member, whoever was identified during the setup process as your primary and secondary contact, they should have received an automatic email to set up login information. Nonprofits can choose whether they want to share that login information among other staff in your organization, or if you want to set up individual logins, which is possible once you get logged in. But having a login, knowing your username, knowing your password is the most important thing you can do to utilizing your member benefits throughout the year. You can see down here at the bottom of this page, there's a forgot username and a forgot password link, which can help you recover any of that information. You can also check out the quick little web tutorial videos that can help troubleshoot some common issues. If you're still having problems, you can certainly reach out to us via phone or email. Please know that if you do use the forgot password link or forgot username link, you may need to check your spam folder for those automatic emails that are generated. But once you log in, see that you'll be taken to your member dashboard. This has a lot of quick links to things that we direct people to very often, discount codes, our job center, which you'll hear more about today, membership details, etc. You can also link to things over here on this left-hand menu. So membership details is where you would see all of the information that we have about your organization. So your address, mission statement, so if your organization moves, this is a great place to update that, etc. If you scroll down, you'll also see the contacts. This is where you can, as an administrator on your account, you can add new contacts, set them up with their own username and password, etc. You can also set permissions, so you can have just basic users and you can have administrative users. Below that is where you would see your ability to pay your annual membership dues. You can do that right online and easily process it that way. So that's all under membership details. The next tab is for member discount codes. This is for any event or webinar or product that we sell at a discounted member rate. You would always come to this page to get your MNA member discount code. Then also under this edit login profile, the third menu item on the left, you can change your username and change your password. Again, I would encourage you to make it something simple that you know and can remember, so it's easy for you to log in to this site. And then all of that will help you utilize your benefits to the full potential. So after you do that, then you can browse the site by being logged in and not get blocked by the member wall. Most of our member benefits are listed under this nonprofit resources tab. I'm sorry, not most, all are there. And that's where we're going to end up today, but I'm going to quick show you a couple things over here starting on the right side of the site to show you a few other good things to know about when navigating our site. First is our staff page. You'll see from here that all of our staff is listed with their name, title, phone number, email. Some people even have a little bio. If you're reaching out to us, that's a great way to connect, is to reach out to someone directly. If they're not the right person to help field your question, they will connect you to the person that is. Then I also went over and clicked on the tab for Get Connected. This is a great place to make sure that you're connecting with MNA and sign up for our e-newsletters. We have a few different e-newsletters. Our My Nonprofit News is our most general e-newsletter. It goes out every other Friday morning. And it's a really great way to stay up to date with trends, different events and happenings that we have, etc. You can also check out our Job Center email and public policy action alerts here if you want to sign up for any of those. We are on social media, so if you prefer to get your information that way, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Instagram. Scrolling over to MNA Technology Services, I'm going to turn it over to Mario to tell us a little bit more about that.
Thanks, Sarah. Excuse me. One of the ways MNA serves the nonprofit sector is through our technology services. The team here at MNA Tech is very knowledgeable and personable. If you happen to be the accessible techie in your office and you maybe don't want to continue being that sole resource, or maybe there's a need for something tech-related that you haven't been able to address, we really encourage you to consider reaching out to MNA Tech. They can assist with things like technology planning, managing servers, and various other tech-related items. The team is extremely helpful and can even be reached through a direct hotline for those unexpected problems that spring up around the office. More details can be found under that Technology Service tab on our webpage. Now, flipping back over to Sarah to review our civic engagement.
Thanks, Mario. So one of the ways we serve is through civic and community engagement. Our biggest initiative right now in this area is with Census 2020. MNA is helping to mobilize the nonprofit sector and is committed to making sure that Michigan gets a fair and accurate count during the Census 2020. This is vitally important to our state because it affects representation at the federal level, how many representatives we have in the government, as well as funding-related programs and opportunities. We think that the nonprofit sector is specifically well-positioned to help with these initiatives because they are often well-trusted resources within the community, and and among the people who are generally in hard-to-count populations, such as young children, elderly, people of color, people of lower socioeconomic status. So we have a great campaign going, a ton of resources available for nonprofits who are interested in promoting the census. You may have even started to see our marketing campaign, which is on billboards, gas station TV, as well as some local commercials. So to learn more about the census, check this page out. It'll link you to a census website, and all of the information is there. You might also check with there are regional census hubs set up, usually Community Foundation or United Way are real typical, and they are offering mini grants to nonprofits in the community who are actually going to do on-the-ground work with encouraging people to complete their census. So check that out. Definitely something you want to know about going into the new year. Another way that we serve in the civic and community engagement is through hosting an AmeriCorps Vista program. Vistas are Volunteers in Service to America, and they serve for a year and help nonprofits build their capacity. We have about 32 slots every single year, and we are looking to fill those come springtime, as well as recruit new host sites. If you're interested in learning about AmeriCorps Vista and what they might be able to help with in your organization, please don't hesitate to contact us. Okay, so moving on to that kind of center tab there, research and publications. I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the things in this area that are available to you. First is our 1920 Michigan Nonprofit Compensation and Benefit Report. This is a report that we do every 2 years, and what it is we ask nonprofits to report to us who they employ, what positions, how much they pay those positions, things about what kind of benefits they get, including vacation days, etc. And then we turn around, we crunch those numbers, and we put it into this report as a great guide to you to use in case you're maybe looking to hire someone and you want to make sure that you're putting together a competitive package for that position. Maybe you need some way to justify, there's a form on your 990 form every year that you have to justify how you're paying your leaders within your organization. So lots of different uses for this tool. It does come out every 2 years. This is our most recent version. And you can purchase it here. Members receive a discount of $165. Non-members pay $270. Below that is our Michigan Nonprofit Management Manual. This is my favorite resource to talk about because it's just so darn practical. It is a great tool to have as a nonprofit leader, especially if you're new to the nonprofit field, but really it can be used by anyone. It is a manual. It's about 600 pages long and includes all these different topics: reporting, human resources, board governance, etc. And it just provides really great answers to some commonly asked questions. Easy to use, it's got a great table of contents and index, so not hard to find information that you might be looking for. Again, it's available at a discounted rate of $75 to members or $95 to non-members. I'm going to scroll down here. There are other publications. I'm not going to talk about all of them today, but one of our new ones is the salary visualization tool. This is taking some of the data from the compensation and benefit report and putting it into some really cool online visualization of the data. This is a free thing for nonprofit members, so you're welcome to log in and check out the salary visualization tool and learn more about that as well. I'm going to keep scrolling down a little bit and just highlight MNA Links magazine. This is a member-only benefit, so you can only get the magazine if you're a member. You will start to receive these in the mail. They come out 3 times a year, and then the 4th one is our annual report, which will be coming out before the end of the calendar year. But MNA Links is also available here that you can look at the online archive as well. We also have the Nonprofit Advocacy Primer. This is a great way to understand what nonprofits are allowed to do when it comes to nonprofit advocacy. By the way, you are allowed to advocate, and we encourage it. But this will give you kind of a basic 101 overview of that. This is also a good one to point out this time of year, Helping Michigan Citizens Give Wisely. It's a joint publication with the Michigan Attorney General's Office. And it just is a great guideline for all of those fundraising requests that come out this time of year and making sure that we're empowering people to make those decisions wisely. You can also check out Economic Benefits of Michigan Nonprofit Sector. This tab has a ton of cool information. It would take me a whole other webinar to explain it, but get in there, work around, and you'll see how much impact the nonprofits in Michigan have on our communities. Okay, I'm going to scroll over to the Public Policy tab. This is where you can find everything about public policy, any current issues, our legislative agenda, etc. If you're in Southeast Michigan, check out the Southeast Michigan Public Policy Council. You're allowed to attend those meetings as an MNA member. All of the policy information your heart could desire for the nonprofit sector. So spend a little bit of time looking out there. All right, I'm going to turn it back over to Mario, who's going to talk a little bit about our Nonprofit Job Center.
Thanks again, Sarah. So under the Membership tab, you will find the Nonprofit Job Center. This is one of our most frequently used resources. There are a few different ways that you yourself can interact with the Job Center. One way is by simply browsing what jobs are available in the Michigan nonprofit sector. You can do this by clicking on current job postings found right below here. You can even sort those options by category and narrow it down to the desired search parameters of which you want to look. That's one great way. It's also great for a nonprofit leader who is looking to hire someone in the state of Michigan. Just click on the submission form found underneath the Job Center tab to complete the job posting. The rates are $75 for a single 30-day posting for an MNA member and $165 for non-members, and that includes logo included. We strongly encourage you to post any openings with our Job Center. One of the great reasons why is because we have a large subscription base of people who receive it on a weekly basis. Another great way you can engage with the Job Center, and I think we already touched on it briefly, is by getting signed up for e-newsletter subscriptions. This will get you included in the email that goes out every Friday morning with the most recent and current job postings that have been submitted to MNA that week. It's a great resource to stay up to date on positions available if you're a job seeker. You can sign up for the e-newsletter button by clicking on Get Connected page and then go ahead and signing up for it right here. As you can see, a couple options are available there. So we go ahead and just click on the My Nonprofit or Nonprofit Job Center and complete the information. Our email e-newsletter goes out to about 6,000 subscribers each week, and our Job Center gets around 18,000 page views, which is a great way to market your opportunity to our online audience. I will now hand it back off to Sarah once again to talk more about those wonderful M&A benefits.
Great, thanks, Mario. As I mentioned, the M&A member benefits are located under the Membership tab by clicking on Nonprofit Resources. As you can see there at the top, there's always a featured benefit. Right now, it's that salary visualization tool that I mentioned. I'm going to scroll through that since we've already kind of covered that. Next, you'll see the section on fundraising and finance support. First is free access to GrantStation. This is one of your largest M&A member benefits, and I highly encourage you to check it out. GrantStation is an online database that will help you find grant opportunities that you can apply for. As you can see, I'm just clicking through the website to get access to GrantStation. Once you're on the GrantStation page, you'll see welcome, and then you'll see your name or the person's name that you're logged into under there. That's how you know you're logged in. To get that free access, you do have to come through the M&A website to log in. So GrantStation is an awesome resource and has a ton of educational materials. I definitely encourage you to check that out, for instance, under this Write Proposals tab. But today we're going to focus on the main component that they offer, which is their searchable listings of grant opportunities. As you can see under Find Grant Makers, there are all these databases that you can search. I'm going to search the U.S. Charitable one as our example because it seems to be the most general database that they have. There's a lot of information on this page. Again, great to read because it'll give you good tips and tricks on how to narrow down your search. But what I'm going to do is start over here on the right side. This is all the parameters that I'm able to narrow a grant application search down to. So I'm going to go ahead and choose Michigan. You'll see it's going to update automatically as I add criteria. So my apologies if it looks a little bit funky on the screen. And then I'm going to say I'm interested in finding grants for arts, cultures, and humanities. And then again, you can continue to narrow down this search. I'm going to choose that we want general operating support. What nonprofit doesn't want that? And now you can see over here on the left, here's all of my search results. Again, I've gotten 54 results. I may want to continue in general to narrow that down so I don't have so many to look through. But then you can click on the grant maker, the name of the grant maker, and what you're going to see is a whole profile on them. So you're going to see where they give geographically, what kind of categories they give in. This happens to be community, education, and environment. You're going to see contact information. Sometimes they will even have the name of the program officer. Just a wealth of information here that can set you on the right path in order to know where you might send a proposal or when you might, who you might contact, etc. You can also use these tabs at the top to save or share this profile with other people on your team. So you can all be using GrantStation in a collective manner. So that's the basics of GrantStation. Again, encourage you to check that out. There's lots of awesome information there as well. For now, I'm going to go back to MNA's website and continue to go through those member benefits. Next on the list is the discount to the Foundation Directory Online. This is another great online directory for finding grant opportunities, and you can receive a 15% discount as an MNA member. Underneath that on the left is this Finance Unlocked for Nonprofits. This is a 6-part webinar video series that is all about Finance 101 for nonprofits. It's literally like 6 videos that are all pretty short, 5 or 6 minutes each. Great way to onboard new board members who maybe aren't as familiar with nonprofit, new staff members, etc. Check that out if you're interested. If you need help with credit card processing, we do offer a discount from Card Connect, and I would encourage you to connect with them as well. Under free and discounted education, there's great opportunities for you as well. This link for discounted or free events links you to our events calendar. This always has all of our current events, some webinars, some in person, etc. You can also access this events calendar from the front page of the MNA website. If you see an event with a little orange person icon, it means that there's a special member rate for that event as well. We do have a recorded webinar archive. We are recording this webinar today, and you can find a recording of it here along with other webinars that we've had. There's some webinars in here too that are from GrantStation, which are really interesting to check out and can give you more details on how to best use that resource. MNA's Diversity, Inclusion, and Equity Assessment is another great tool that we have available. It's really for nonprofits to assess how they're doing, to gather the opinions of your stakeholders, as in your staff and board members, to ask how are we doing in these areas and get some really great anonymous feedback from those groups. If you're interested in learning more about that, either click this link or reach out to me directly. I'd be happy to tell you more about the Diversity, Inclusion, and Equity Assessment. We also offer discounts from MindEdge. This is an online learning portal, and M&A members receive 10% off their courses. Their courses are very affordable and cover topics like budgeting, finance, grant writing, etc. Another great way, something to keep in mind if you're trying to share your benefits with other people on your staff, is the online MindEdge learning courses is a great way to do it. We do have a nonprofit document template library, so check that out if you're interested in seeing what's up there. There's communications resources, there's some finance, and some volunteer management stuff. All Campus provides higher education discounts, so you can check that out, again, if you're looking to continue your learning in the nonprofit sector. This publication, Principles for Good Governance and Ethical Practice, is one shared with us by our partners at Independent Sector, another great nonprofit support agency on the national level. So you can download this one for free if you're interested in learning more about what they say the principles are that nonprofits should have in place. As I kind of skipped over the other two because we'd already talked about the management manual and links. But as we scroll down, you'll be able to see that we do work with some of the largest institutions in the state of Michigan. Again, keep in mind that you're able to extend these benefits to other folks on your staff as well. University of Michigan Dearborn offers 20% off tuition. Oakland University a 25% discount on their nonprofit management certificate program. And MSU Executive MBA program offers some great opportunities for nonprofit leaders as well. They offer each year a scholarship for nonprofit folks who are interested in getting their MBA. There's 2 scholarships awarded each year, and scholarships are 50% off tuition. That just launched again for 2020, so check that out if you're interested in learning more. We also work with Davenport. They give a 20% discount for MNA members, and New Horizons computer learning centers. They have on-site locations as well as virtual classes, and they offer 10 to 20% off their classes. So the next section is managing HR. I do see that we're pretty close to our time here. We've probably got another 5 or 6 minutes of content for you. I hope you can stay on, but if not, you can know now where to find the webinar recording in that webinar archive. Nonstop Wellness is a creative program on how to self-fund your healthcare. It's specifically for organizations with 50 or more employees using health benefits. But it can mean big savings for your organization and better savings and less out-of-pocket for your employees. So if you're interested, if your organization fits into those parameters, definitely check out the information from Nonstop Wellness. We recently partnered with Mutual of America. They offer no administrative fees on retirement plans that have less than $1 million in assets. We work with them here at MNA. They're very friendly. Definitely encourage you to read more about that if you're interested. We've talked about the Job Center and compensation and benefit reports, so I'm going to continue to scroll down. Constellation HR is a performance and compensation management system. If you're responsible for managing several employees and setting goals and tracking those goals, etc., Constellation HR may be the solution for you. We do use it here at MNA, and it allows employees to get feedback throughout the year and not just at that one annual review. If you click this link, you'll get to some webinar recordings that also have some great just general HR knowledge as well as a little overview of the system. Verified Volunteers offers discounted background checks. They are somewhat unique because they allow background checks to be shared between community organizations. So if you have one volunteer who works at the school and also with Girl Scouts, and both of those groups take verified volunteers, they can share their background check, ultimately saving people time and money. So check out Verified Volunteers if that's a need you have. Paychex offers discounts for new clients to their payroll system. They offer a lot of great HR resources as well, including kind of an HR audit, and they've been a great partner to us. If you're interested or in need of director and officer liability insurance, trust me, you should have that if you're a nonprofit. It's a very good practice for nonprofits. Lyman and Sheets here locally in the Lansing area can give you a great quote on that and help you get set up. Scrolling down under technology, so we talked about MNA Tech Managed Care Service. And the other thing that's available to you is you can get access to a year's worth of benefits from N10. And N10 offers a lot of great learning opportunities, some support, online support groups, specific tech posting, job boards, as well as they run an annual conference each year, which you can get a discount to. So you can engage with them for a year and no cost to you if you could use some additional support in the tech area. So now I'm going to turn it back over to Mario to finish this last section and close us out.
Thanks, Sarah. So M&A offers 3 different types of membership. The first one being nonprofit, second being business, and the third being career development. Because of this, we have a variety of businesses, both small and large, that are part of our grander statewide network. One of your featured M&A benefits is complete access to our business marketplace directory, which is a great resource for nonprofits seeking specific services from those who are the experts in the sector. This online database can connect your organization with independent contractors or firms that are looking to serve your need. Please note, while they may be in our directory, we would still strongly suggest that you perform your own due diligence before hiring or contracting any of the businesses found through the search. But as you can see here, we have a variety of options available, and we'd encourage you to review what is there to connect about any services needed. Much like the Great Business Marketplace tool, the nonprofit member directory provides the contact information of the nonprofits within our M&A network. Through this resource, you can make additional connections and potentially even collaborate on joint efforts or projects in your region. As you can see there, you can search by organization name, the county in which they exist, or the organization type. And you can pull up more information about these organizations as well as get their contact information or website information. If you're a nonprofit leader seeking to reach some of our business members with specific needs, the request for proposal distribution feature can be a very helpful tool. Just complete the short form found here at the Begin Application blue button, and your submission will be distributed out to a variety of business members who have identified services in those key areas of your inquiry. As you can see, there are some stipulations, so we would just encourage you to read through carefully before applying, and your information will go out from there. It's a great resource. It's a great resource to get you connected with those business members. As well, another great resource available through your login is the Trusted Partners and Resources page. This document opens into a new tab, or depending on your device, downloads as a PDF. And what it provides is contact information for some of our most trusted partners within the nonprofit sector for both state and national organizations. Some of this quick reference information include the National Council of Nonprofits and the Michigan Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs, aka LARA. This is a very helpful guide for navigating some of the institutions here in our nonprofit sector. MNA does have a considerable statewide following as well as a growing online presence. So advertising with us is a great platform to broadcast your upcoming events, any programming that you have coming up, or just general opportunities. You can find more details about our specific packages by reviewing the options found on the Advertising and Sponsorship Opportunities page on our main website. As you can see there, we have a variety of packages available, and we'd encourage you to review them at your earliest convenience if you have any interest. Another great resource that we have through M&A is the Capacity Building Center Network listing, which can be found under this membership drop-down menu tab and clicking on the Capacity Building Centers. This list provides more details about the 11 organizations or centers around Michigan, 11 if you count us, 10 if you don't, that provide local capacity building services to other nonprofits. Through this collaboration, our nonprofit sector here in Michigan just continues to grow healthier and stronger, and it continues to help organizations better serve their clients and achieve their mission. So we would encourage you to review that as well if you wanted to connect with any other organizations. That will bring us to the end of our webinar this afternoon. Thank you for being online with us, and welcome to MNA. Please don't hesitate to reach out directly to either myself or Sarah with any additional M&A questions or concerns. I'm happy to help with any login assistance or getting you built out your staff contact, anything you'd like to connect about. Sarah, would you like to say any more? Okay, well, thank you so much, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.